What's up everybody, Kinetic here, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. So, we are getting really close now to getting started with this viewer-driven story playthrough for Dragon Age Inquisition. I find it difficult to call it a playthrough because really it's not going to be so much of a playthrough. I'm not going to be showing that much of exploration or side quests, probably no side quests actually. This is really going to, once again, want to reiterate this, is going to focus mainly on the main stories, right? And maybe choices that lead up to going into the main stories, like major story choices, in other words, is what the series is going to be about. But it's all in your hands, guys. You get to make all the decisions for the backstory. For example, we talked about the Dragon Age Keep in the previous video. I'm not going to officially announce what those choices are going to be, but I did get a lot of interesting feedback, and I think it'll be a fun surprise if we just kind of get to see what happens with the world based on those choices, and then maybe later on or something like that I'll say, well, this is how I set up the keep or something like that, just that way we don't know exactly what's coming, right? Be kind of fun. But from here, what we need to do is we need to decide what character are we going to take on this adventure. Now, in previous playthroughs, I've had a human, I've had an elf. I was thinking it would be kind of fun to either do a dwarf or a kunari, but I'm totally up for, I mean, again, this is all up to you guys. We can do human, elf, dwarf, kunari, does not make any difference really to me. It can be either male or female, totally fine. I suppose the choices that I will make will be based on that, of like exactly what they look like. So for example, if we decide to go with maybe a female kunari, right? You guys will get to decide what the class will be, so it will be either rogue, warrior, or mage, right? However, I would like to say this. I think, right, I'm thinking that what I will do is, as I'm going through the game just in general, I won't be having a full party with me. I don't think it's a good idea for me to go entirely solo, not because I think it'll be too hard, but because I think it'll be actually kind of boring story-wise. It would be nice to at least have like maybe one other companion with me or something like that, and maybe we can even decide like what that companion will be per story mission. For example, like if I'm going into, alright, let's say we decide to help out the Templars, right? I keep using this Mage or a Templar choice because it's a very easy, recognizable kind of main story choice here in Dragon Age Inquisition. But let's say I'm going to help the Templars, right? And I'm going to bring one companion with me. I'll let you guys know that that's about what we're going to do, and then you decide what I'll bring with me. Will I bring Solus? Will I bring Cassandra with me? Who will I bring with me that you think will be an interesting companion to have while going into that story mission, for example? Now, based on that, if that's what we decide to do, where it's just like a one-one kind of duo thing while doing the story missions, what I'm thinking is that probably it would be cool for me to maybe be a tank, right? Either a two-hand weapon or a weapon and shield tank warrior, for example. And then I'll be the tank, and then we can bring along somebody. We can bring along anybody, actually. It doesn't even matter at that point. If I don't play as a tank, right, then it's gonna make it not. It will actually kind of change the difficulty, certainly, of the missions. Like, for example, if I'm a mage and you guys say bring a mage, unless I'm a knight enchanter, we could probably have a difficult time with it, actually clearing the mission. And also, you have to keep in mind sometimes that for, you know, while exploring and stuff like that, we might actually need a mage or a warrior or a rogue to unlock a door to activate something that needs to be energized, right? Or to bash down a wall or something like that. So I know it's kind of complicated, but just kind of off the top of my head, I'm thinking maybe it would be a good idea for me to be a warrior. Simply put, because as I've been saying to lots of people, because they ask me like, oh, what's a good party composition? I'm like, really all you need to do is settle in and have a good tank. Once you have a tank, everything else is easy to decide for our party members. But it's, again, it's up to you guys. If you think that it'll be cool to see maybe me as a rogue archer, and I'll bring maybe Blackwall as a tank, or I'll bring Vivian, she could be my mage tank, or maybe just be like YOLO and go like me as rogue archer and Sarah as rogue archer. What the hell, why not? I don't know, but that's up to you guys. 100% of that choice is up to you. That was just my recommendation. I think that it would be a little bit more balanced and a little bit safer to go as a warrior. After that choice has been made, right, then we will be probably, I guess you guys are going to probably tell me to go on Nightmare, which is totally fine, because otherwise it'd be like, it'll very likely be extremely easy, just because, well, I know what to do in almost every single encounter now in this game, so I kind of need that Nightmare difficulty just to make it interesting. I guess I am a masochist, as it says here. So once we have all those choices right, then of course I'll go into the character creator, for example, like with this Kunari male, right? This is just an example, and then I will make this decision. I guess this will be like the one thing that I have a big influence on, is I will be customizing what you guys choose for my race. I will decide what that character looks like, so I'll be changing the hair, the face, and stuff like that to what looks good for me, because there's really, it's kind of pointless, not really pointless, but it's a bit excessive, I think, for us to go into what exactly it's gonna look like. Don't you guys think? Or maybe you really do, I don't know. Anyway, that's it. I just want to get your feedback now on what race and what class you guys think that I should play for this viewer-driven story series. Let me know in the comments section what you would like to see for those choices, and like I said, if it's cool with you guys, I'm gonna go in and I'll actually, you know what I might do is, once we decide what the race is going to be, then I'll start posting pictures. Okay, how about this? So you guys still have a say in this. I'll start posting pictures, like for example on Facebook and Twitter, of some ideas, right? Some concepts of maybe what the character might look like or something like that. So I'll put up like maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 different faces, right? If it is, for example, a male, a Kunari or something like that, or a female dwarf or whatever, I'll put up a bunch of pictures on Facebook and Twitter, and you guys say, oh, I like this one, or oh, I like that one, or something like that, and then that's what we'll go with, and then we'll begin the series from there. So that's probably only going to take a couple of days. I'm aiming to get this started by this weekend, so I don't know how many videos I'll be able to get up per week. This is all experimental because, again, there's going to be parts where I'm kind of pausing and stuff like that based on major choices, and then I'm going to make a video. You guys decide what we're going to do from there, and then it kind of continues on like that. So it's going to be really interesting, I think, to see how this all flows, but I'm hoping to do it as regularly as I possibly can, but that also means that I need you guys to be active in this. To keep up with the videos that are being posted, to give me your feedback and stuff like that, so that way we can keep the series flowing. That's it for now, guys. Let me know what you think one more time in the comment section below. Click the like button to support these Dragon Age Inquisition videos, and stay subscribed. More is coming up soon. Thanks again for watching. My name is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.